Hey guys, this is Starcraft, and I'm back to cast another 2v2 match for you. This will be on high orbit again, and it will be a rematch. Game 4 between Devaztayta, the red Protoss, and RuSH, the blue Zerg, versus TTOne, the purple Terran, and CellaWerra, the teal Zerg. So currently RuSH and Devaztayta are up 2-1 in this matchup. CellaWerra and TTOne took last game on this map. That was a mirror matchup, but again they will be changing races. I'm wondering if CellaWerra and TTOne were playing random. Probably they were. And so now CellaWerra will be Zerg and TTOne will be Terran. And so the last time they had Zerg Terran, they got their asses kicked. And it was TTOne, I think, that I'm getting them mixed up now because they keep taking each other's races, but I think it was TTOne on Terran that time, and he went for Hellions, and CellaWerra went for the double hatchery in base and mass Zergling, and basically one Baneling changed the course of that game. So that was game 2. Pretty exciting. And so TT1 throwing down his barracks first here. That tells me that he is not going to be going for a heavy Hellion oriented build, as generally that you gas first when you go for straight for Hellions. And so otherwise nothing too cheesy going on right now. It looks like RuSH is going to be going for that 13 pool and into Baneling's Nest again. That is my assumption, as he has opened with that every time so far. And again, CellaWerra going for the in-base hatchery, so he really likes that. And if I'm RuSH, I see no reason. Excuse me there. If I'm RuSH, I see no reason to change my strategy if they are not going to change theirs that it worked last time. So there goes the spawning pool. Devaztayta. Gonna see the timing on that. And so now we're just waiting for everything to happen here, or we know what's gonna happen. And now TT1 actually going for another barracks here. So this is good. I like this from TT1. I wonder if he is going to mass up Marines or mix in some Marauders, because those Marauders are so powerful against the Stalkers. And every game so far, Devaztayta has gone right into a whole bunch of Stalkers. And so yeah, the Tech Lab is coming down before even a Marine is built here from TT1, taking advantage of that long rest distance. He will be able to do that, and we'll probably see a very fast Marauder coming out of here. No, it is going to be a Marine, and he is going to go ahead and go for that stim pack right away. Very quick on the draw with the stim pack research. So maybe he is just going for purely mass Marine and trying to get that stim so that he can micro against RuSH's Banelings. As the Banelings Nest is on the way, Roach Warren is also on the way for CellaWerra. So excuse me there, and I think CellaWerra did this last time. We went for that double hatch in base. Excuse me. He went for that double hatch in base, so I figured, okay, he's gonna go for mass Ling, because really off of one base it's hard to make use of all this larva on roaches rather than just Zerglings. But RuSH all of a sudden is, I didn't even realize this, he's been pressuring this base here from TT1 and managed to take out a reactor, I think, or at least force a cancel. And now he's going to run into CellaWerra's mineral line, and CellaWerra is going to be using drones here, as he's been making a ton of drones. He's going to be using his drones to fight that off. Nicely done there. But TT1 sending some Marines over is going to leave his base vulnerable, but RuSH doesn't have enough Zerglings to make him pay for it. Uh-oh, some sneaky Banelings are down here at TT1. No, he saw that. He's like, there's no way I'm going to let you build some Banelings in the back of my base. I expect to see some Banelings coming in here. And by the way, there is a Dark Shrine coming out from Devaztayta, so he has decided to change up his strategy. He does have 3 gateways now on the way. And a Dark Shrine. Where is that Dark Shrine? Hidden over here. Interesting. Really interesting placement there. And Devaztayta telling RuSH to get some roaches and possibly another hatchery, just to keep up with CellaWerra now that he has got those 2 hatcheries kicking in. And so I'm not sure if I missed some Banelings right there, but RuSH, it looks like he did end up pulling those Zerglings back. And even getting a Spine Crawler here. As I'm starting to get phlegm attack, so hang on here for 1 sec, you guys. Alright, I'm back. And we are back in action. And if you didn't notice, there are now Marauders coming out, and Concussive Shells are just finishing for TT1. And it looks like CellaWerra is going to be able to pick off this Stalker from Devaztayta that I think was just scouting there and got sort of caught out of position. Here comes the Dark Templars. They are warping in from a proxy pylon over in this location, splitting the Dark Templars. One is going right into TT1's mineral line, and the other two are going into the Zerg base. There is going to be a ton of damage dealt from those. At the same time, CellaWerra is going to be working on these rocks here, and I don't know if they see this. RuSH does see that with his Overlord, and now these Marines are flying back in here to try and deal with this Dark Templar. I feel like that Dark Templar did not kill nearly as many SCVs there as he could have. At the same time, it looks like CellaWerra ran some of his drones over here, but he did lose a ton of them. So some DTs doing a lot of damage here, and now TT1 does not have enough energy to scan again, and CellaWerra, oh no, he could lose his main hatchery. It is going to go down here, and there is no observer or anything on the way. I shouldn't say observer, but oh no, these missile turrets are going to have to get canceled. This Dark Templar is just doing work right now, and TT1 still is a ways off of getting 50 energy on his orbital command. CellaWerra is totally screwed. He did not try and upgrade to Lair or anything, and oh man, these DTs from Devaztayta are just, like I said, just doing work. But there is one missile turret back here for TT1, and that is going to be the one thing that the top team has that could possibly save them. As, oh man, this Dark Templar now with 10 kills, and 2 of those are like hatcheries. By the way, I'm wondering if I think I did miss a counterattack at the same time. And these rocks did get broken in here. So I may have to go back and check that out, you guys. I am sorry. I don't know how I missed that. You know what? I'm just all over the place, and whatever. I get so distracted when Dark Templars are doing that much damage. So CellaWerra, meanwhile, is just going to check up in here and realize that he is in big trouble. Trying to sort of run by and snipe some probes, but it doesn't look like Devaztayta is going to be having any of that, as RuSH actually is chasing these Zerglings down. At the same time, this mass of Marines and Marauders are pushing down, and this is a pretty formidable ball right here, considering Devaztayta. Oh, here come the Banelings! The stim is going to go off though, and those Banelings will not be able to get in here. The scan also going down. Great timing right there to kill that Dark Templar, and these roaches are going to be in a lot of trouble, and they are going to be retreating here. So TT1 trying to do all he can to put the hurt on the bottom team to come back in this game. There is another Dark Templar out here though, and another Dark Templar now coming back down here. Scan going off again. Looks like he will be able to pick off both of the Dark Templars, but now this army is really, really weak, and it is going to get reinforced down here with some more units. Some pretty crazy micro going on right now. TT1 is just chilling at like 250 APM while he's microing in these battles and doing all he can to keep his team in the game. He has to try and end this right now, basically, because CellaWerra is completely done. And it is actually TT1 controlling these units. He is going to be falling back because now he is out of scans. It looks like he is about to get enough energy to scan. We'll see if he decides to use that on these 2 Dark Templars. There it goes, and he's going to stim up to finish this guy off. And so he did do a lot of damage to the bottom team's army, but no economical damage, and that is what he needed to do. Meanwhile, he is throwing down a starport here. And so we'll see, he is actually going for a medevac, so we'll see if he tries to go for some drop play here, or if he's just going to use that to try and get the most out of these units he can, because they're all in the red now after stimming so many times. So yeah, TT1 up against it right now. CellaWerra has absolutely nothing. He has a bunch of drones. Excuse me. Oh my god. And actually, CellaWerra does have a lot of drones, and he did have enough minerals to remake a hatchery, and now he doesn't. So, okay, what just happened there? I think CellaWerra was rebuilding somewhere, and then a cancel got forced. Okay, that was weird. I think he was gonna rebuild here, and then like saw this pylon or something, and then changed his mind and put it over here. So, at the same time, Devaztayta asking for some gas. And I wonder what that is for, he's getting his robotics facility just now. He's upgrading Zealot legs. I wonder if that was what that was all about. Zealots with charge, very strong against the Marine Marauder army, as you guys know. And one thing that is really strong against this is High Templars that are basically just fallen off the face of the earth in the new versions. Again, this is an old version, very old replay. But in the new version, High Templars, no Kydarian Amulet, and I'm going to continue to remind you guys about that because I still do not understand that nerf, and I'm actually expecting them to bring that back at some point because I just don't get it. And if any of you have a good enough reason for that to happen, please explain, because I just don't get it. This probe is stuck inside of these cannons, so sucks to be that probe, I guess. I think at that point, that's where you just use one of these cannons to kill your own probe. Not like Devaztayta really needs the supply or anything. I wonder what is the worker count right now, because Devaztayta just, oh my god, 63 probes. He has more than twice as many probes as anyone else. And at the same time, he's just continuing to harass with these Dark Templars. Finally, the Raven is out here, by the way, from TTOne, if you did not notice that. So he does not have to blow all his energy on scans anymore. And this is a really interesting rally point, by the way, set on top of the factory. And so we are waiting right now, waiting. RuSH is expanding way up over in this corner. That is quite interesting. Not something you would see too often, is expansion from the other team going down way up here. And TT1 is going to want to take this high yield. And he's just going to try and buy time again until CellaWerra can get back in this game. So I'm sort of expecting the bottom team here to make something happen, and we do see some High Templars for Devaztayta. So it has been so long since I've seen High Templars in a game that I am really excited right now. So a couple of nice side storms could just fry this army, and I'm looking forward to seeing whether that happens or not. And I wonder, there's no reason that this should get scouted. Why would you scout here for a base of your opponents? So and CellaWerra is so busy trying to just get back into this game and become a factory. He's throwing out a spawning pool. So Devaztayta saying, let's take the gold expansion, and at the same time, here comes the Marine Marauder army. Stim is going to go off preemptively here, and so these Marines and Marauders are going to come flying in here. These photon cannons are going to do absolutely nothing, and they are going to go down, but look at the Zealots and High Templars are coming in here. They're going to try and get a pincher attack on this army. Another Stim is going off. These units are so weak, and the Side Storm is just going to fry up all the Marines and Marauders so fast. He used a couple of Stims there. That was TT1 using a couple of Stims, and that just softened up those units so nicely. And there is a point defense drone just here just to create some weird sound effects for me as this game is ending. CellaWerra is going to GG. So I gotta hand it to RuSH and Devaztayta. Well done. I mean, Devaztayta, especially in this game, I mean, so effective with those Dark Templars, and the proxy pylon over here really worked out. He did so much damage with those Dark Templars that was the difference in this game. And I do remember now, I wanted to check out, there was a counterattack during that whole Dark Templar business, and it looks like I did sort of miss what was going on there. And so I wanted to try and go back to check that out. And we'll see what happened there. Finally, these rocks got broken down by CellaWerra, so he comes flying in here, but RuSH is in here with pretty much an equal-sized army. And it looks like Zerglings actually ran right through here and probably were able to kill this queen. Yes, this queen is going to go down. Some of them getting distracted by the spine crawler, but you guys remember that did not go down. A lot of drones are dying here. So CellaWerra actually, even though he got totally worked by the Dark Templars, he was able to take out a lot of RuSH's economy, though not nearly as much as this. Nearly as much damage as this is doing to him right now. And so anyway, that was a pretty exciting set of games right there. Thank you, RuSH, for sending me this set of games. It was a pleasure to cast, and it looks like RuSH and Devaztayta would take the series of ladder games 3-1. So that is going to do it for me. This is Irie Starcraft, and peace out.